What does success look like? And the Random Thought Show. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's deal. I'm more Kevin's deal. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your host, Mark Evans, DM, coming to you live from Parkland, Florida. Actually about to pack up and head out to a secret location. Actually, it's not so secret. I've been talking about it, but I'm hanging out with my buddy and his family in Lake Powell. My family's going to go hang out with his family on the lake. Big old boathouse for a week and talk shop, talk about success and life and all that good stuff. And more importantly, how to make more money, how to create more impact, etc. So I want to talk to you today about some interesting things. It might be kind of a random thought show again. I had a lot of great feedback on the Random Thought Show. So I want to talk to you guys about different things that are going on in my life and conversations that people have with me and kind of observation mode, as I'm always in observation mode. And, you know, something very funny to me, and I've shared this with you guys in the past, but success looks different for everybody. And I always used to ask myself, Mark, what does success look like? And what's funny, and this is a true story, I used to think success was you smoked cigars, you drank wine, you ate cheese, you wore a suit, and you listened to classical music in your car. Swear on my life, that's what I thought success looked like. I thought that was success. Maybe it is success to some folks, but I'm a hillbilly, small-town Ohio boy, and I used to listen to classical music in my 1987 Chevy C10 that's about to break down, burning two quarts of oil a day, literally, and listening to classical music and smoking cigars, cheap cigars that I thought, Phillies, by the way, that's what they were, not Phillies blunts, but just like those, small Philly cigars, smoking them thinking, man, I'm successful. I'm going to be more successful. And keep in mind, I'm heading to a construction project or one of my rentals to clean out a sewer line or something, but I was successful. And I would never take these days back, ever. I'm just sharing that with you. I would never, ever, ever do anything different. Listen, because there's nothing we can do different, so why even talk about it, right? But the truth is, it gets me excited to talk to you guys today because success looks different for everybody. I've met successful people that dress different than me, talk different than me, look different than me, act different than me, etc. But the key is what I want you to first start off with about success. We must identify what success even means to you. Because success to me and success to you could be two totally drastic different things, depending where you're at in your life and what kind of information you're pulling from. Some people listening might think success is like, hey, man, if I just made $100,000 a year working, that would be success. For some reason, we tie money to success. And I'm not saying money's not important to success. I think it's very important. But I think there's so many more things. There's so many more things to success, like health, wealth, right? Your friends you're rolling with, your family, right? Your faith, and all these things. These are all very important things to be well-rounded and successful. And one thing I want to share with you is as I've grown and matured a little bit, barely, but a little bit, I'll be 43 this year. One thing I've observed is I pull different things from different people. Just because someone's really amazing from outside looking in, and then you get to know them and hang out with them, you don't have to be exactly like them. I could pull from where I'm at and where I'm going, I could pull little pieces from them. For example, wow, I love the way they raise their children. I'm going to adopt that into my life and start implementing that in my day-to-day. Or wow, look at their habits on their health. Look how they eat so clean 6 days a week and take off 1 day a week or whatever that looks like. These are things that successful people are constantly doing, is always editing and tweaking. Successful people, for real, every successful person I've ever met realizes they don't know anything. They're constantly learning and growing, at least the guys I'm rolling with and gals. So success, what does it mean to you? See, the thing is money is what we all, like we think success is about 100 grand. By the way, when I was 18 years old, that was success to me making. If I could just make, it was a dream. It wasn't even success. It was just a dream. If I could make $100,000 a year, I would be successful. And guys, we do that daily in gross revenue, daily, right? So, and through our companies, all of our companies, but what does success look like to you? Not to me, not to the other person, not to that person, but to you. Like to me, waking up early is success. Makes me feel amazing. I get a early jump on the day. For you, maybe you're a late start. Maybe you go to bed late because that's your time. That's when you shine the most. Well, there's no right or wrong. It's not about early bird getting the worm. It's just go get that fucking worm. I don't care if it's early or late. Get the worm. You know what I mean? So don't get stressed out when you hear people say the 4 a.m. club. Or as you know, I have the wakey 4:44. The truth is you might be going sleepy at 4:44 and getting up at noon. Listen, I'm not here to tell you what success looks like for you because it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with you, right? So success, as we're progressing and growing, and I always thought successful people always had degrees and always were very smart intellectually. Guys, I'm not saying this to be silly or sound like I'm cooler than anybody in any way, shape, or form, but I genuinely, and I'm not saying this to be silly, I genuinely can barely spell. I don't know the difference from there, and there. Your, whatever. I don't and I'm not saying this, I've realized in life, you don't have to be a great speller to make a lot shit ton of money. And I don't want to stress out. My brain doesn't see things like that. Like, dude, there's a comma missing or a thing or a space or this. I don't see that, nor do I care to see it. I'm not even thinking about that kind of stuff. What I'm thinking about is, listen, we live in a world where things are so fast and so semi-garbage anyways, right? So picture YouTube. YouTube has videos of people crackling around, terrible noise, and videos that have hundreds of millions of views. Most of them have more views than actually movies that have spent $100 million to create them, to have cinematographic images and all this crazy stuff and great audio. We live in a world where we don't care as much as we used to or what we thought people cared about, right? So for me, I've not spent any time, and my wife, you can vouch for this, Dina, there. She's like, well, in context. And then I tell her a sentence and she tells me. So she's way smarter than me. And I'm cool with that. By the way, pretty much the majority of the world's probably smarter than me. Pretty much the majority of the world's probably smarter than pretty much all the guys I roll with. Seriously. See, smarts does not guarantee success in my eyes of success. Typically, from my experience, smart people have to be rewarded. This is why in businesses have realized you have to have 3 strikes and you're out. You have to have gold stars, employee of the month. Does anybody really give 2 shits about being the fucking employee of the month? Dude, real entrepreneurs could give 2 hoots about that. I promise you that. The truth is we don't even think about it. We have to hire people to help us build out these models because it's not even a remote thought in our brain. As entrepreneurs, as we progress, our check mark as progression or our trophy is our accomplishments as we're winning and learning and growing. And by the way, when I say winning and learning and growing, that doesn't mean you're making more money typically all the time. It does sometimes, but that means we're growing, we're expanding. We hired a new person, check mark. We got this company growing. We're 20% above profit margins, top line rev, blah, 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 blah. That's how we grow. So as an employee, and smart employees, they typically need encouragement. Hey, Billy, good job today. You showed up on time. Motherfucker, you should show up on time every day and no one should have to tell you good job. Period. Hey, you did a great job. You really supported that person. Well, no shit. That's your job. Be a great human being, and that shit should naturally happen. See, this is the thing as entrepreneurs, and true success to me is is just be a great human being, first and foremost to yourself. I talk about this in the Me Economy, by the way, which will be coming out soon. I'm kind of lagging on that, slacking, if you will. I can make up every excuse, busy, moving, blah, blah, blah. But that's all it is, just excuses, and no one gives two shits about excuses. So, but in the Me Economy, I'm talking constantly about you being selfish. It might sound selfish because you're not used to programming that way. Dude, the truth is, some people could say I'm selfish. The funny thing is I might be the most unselfish person out there, as well as all my buddies. The reason we're waking up early, the reason we're pushing hard, the reason we're working out in the gym, in our mental gym, working out our finances muscle and working out our health muscle and working out our giving muscle is because we want to be big givers. If we're dead, we can't give. If we're not good givers or big givers, we can't ever like tap into the next level. So to me, that's very unselfish, right? Of us. It's not selfish. I've missed certain parties. I've missed a lot of stuff to get to where I'm at in my life. Why most of you guys are out fucking TikToking, dick-docking, whatever the hell you guys do, acting like you're crushing things. Now listen, guys, I'm not talking shit here. I'm just telling the truth. I have people come to me that you would think that are crushing life. They have a big following. They have a lot of cool things on their pictures. First of all, they're great at taking pictures and images. But you got to remember one thing. That's a nanosecond in a moment. And I don't know anybody taking pictures of shitty stuff. Do you? Look at what you do. Look how you take your pictures. Look how you take your videos. You only show the good ones. So you got to remember that. You got to have the mental fortitude to understand you're only seeing a highlight reel of what they call success in their world. It's funny, a lot of the successful guys I know, we barely know how to, use social media. Why? Because we're too fucking busy building companies. We're too busy, hiring people and having conversations with lawyers and tax advisors and, policies and company. It's never ending. Actually, as soon as I get done with this podcast show, I have an L10 meeting with my media company from 10:30 to noon. 12. Then I clean up real quick, and then I go meet a guy at 12:15 to 1:45. I'm a high-level guy from Canada in town. And then at 12:45, I got to head back to my house real quick. It's only a 5-minute, 7-minute golf cart ride, clean up. And at 2 o'clock, I have another podcast show with my boy Austin. And that's just a couple things going on, not counting all the other stuff. So to me, a success is sharing your voice, getting out there and talking about the big picture stuff. More importantly, talking about real shit. I'm not the fluffer. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm not here to fluff you. I'm here to talk direct and share. This is the deal. My goal is to help you be a better human being, whatever that looks like, to give back to a higher level. I want to push you to become a better giver. And $20 at church is not a good giver, by the way. It might be a start, depending where you're at. But most people, including myself, when I started acknowledging it, I was giving very little compared to what I was earning. I was giving very little what I was capable of. And when I changed that muscle, when I shifted it, we've created this. And I talk about this in the DM family, by the way, at the utmost highest level. And amazing things happen. Recently, one of our buddies in the DM fam, he did a post. Someone very close to them had a tragic death, and they don't have money. So you go to the guys that have money and you share the story, and guess what guys want to do with money? They want to fucking solve the problem. They want to help. They want to give. Give without getting. We can't get shit from this person. We're not giving to get something from them. We're giving because we truly fucking care. That's a big deal. I could tell you the type of person you are by the way you give or don't give. Giving is one of the highest level indicators of someone that's worked on themselves at the utmost level. Because it's easy to give when you have it, but it's hard to give and it's challenging to give when you've made the commitment, but things have changed. Your situation has changed. What do you do in those moments? See, it's easy when it's easy in everything, isn't it? It's easy to wake up when you're wide awake at 4 a.m. And you're all like, dude, I woke up at 4. Well, no shit, dude. You woke up because you went to fucking bed at 6 p.m. and you didn't go drinking that night and you hung out and you're ready for the day. You're celebrating that? Cool, right? So we have to realize the givers are the best people. I'm telling you, everyone I've ever worked with, the way to tap into high, ultra successful people is through giving, through charity. So I digress because I got off topic there for a second. But we're busy. We want to give. We want to help. Most importantly, successful people do this. And this is a muscle. And you have to pay attention to it. And again, it's a very big muscle. It is the separator of success. You ready? What is it? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's called solving the fucking problem and implementing with massive execution. There's too many of you fuckers out there that are talking about the talk. Shut the fuck up and get the work done. That's the answer. You're going to fuck it up. What's always funny to me for people that do that, which is the majority of the world, you're preparing to prepare. I'm a perfectionist. No, you're a fucking liar. What you are is a procrastinator. Perfectionism doesn't even exist. That's a bullshit term to make you feel like you're fucking perfect. And you're far from perfect. No one's perfect. Not even remotely close. So if you say you're a perfectionist, because you're full of shit. You're a procrastinator waiting to do something to get it perfect. And trust me, I've met many perfectionists, self-proclaimed perfectionists. Their shit's never perfect. They can't pay their bills, and they have no fucking clue what's going on in life. But they're perfect. Their world is in chaos, but they're perfect. Nothing's getting done. Their spouses are about to leave them, but they're perfectionists. I'm being for real. You guys know this is true. If you're listening to me and you're a perfectionist, you know damn right what I'm telling you is 100% true. I know it is because I know, like I said, a lot of self-proclaimed perfectionists. They can't pay their bills. Their spouse can't stand them. They can't even stand themselves, but they go around walking around with a smile on their face, acting like everything's perfect. You know these people I'm talking about. But you have to make a decision. I was talking with a buddy this morning, and he's like, dude, like, this is the separator, man. Like, we just solve problems quick. And I was like, that's what we were talking about on the yacht. Solving problems. I've never met an entrepreneur that's worth a lot of money that doesn't know how to solve a problem quickly. Not just solve it, but quickly. See, the thing is, too many people like wallowing around in the problem. Well, you don't understand. I don't fucking need to understand. Solve the problem. What's the solution? That's what I need to understand. What's the solution? In a weird way, I love chaos. I've built myself in the gym for when shit hits the fan, I actually excel. I get zeroed in. I get dialed in. I get streamlined focused. Like I'm talking like it's almost scary, eerie. I won't say a peep. And my wheels are turning for solutions. Boom, 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 boom. Hire this person. Do this, cut this. Boom. Shut this down. Do this. Hire. Like it's just so fast. And I'm not bragging. I'm telling you the facts. I'm telling you the truth. Real entrepreneurs are built for solving real problems. See, I'm not getting paid what I'm per hour, shit like that. I get paid, I solve problems. The bigger the problem, the more money I make. I know that. I've never heard of some, I solve small problems, therefore I make lots of money. Well, maybe you do. I don't know anybody does. If you solve real big problems in companies, that is, you'll make a lot more money. The bigger the problem, the more money you'll make, or more opportunity lies to make more money, I should say. So, for example, my buddy called me, like I was saying this morning, and he's like, because we talk about this stuff with my friends all the time. It's like we solve problems quick. His mother's car broke down, and she's like, hey, blah, 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 blah. He's like, cool. Get the tow truck coming there. They'll be there. Mom, here's what I got to do. Don't worry about it. She's like, well, what? Do you think it's the gas? He's like, why does it fucking matter? Well, he's not saying that to her, but like it doesn't matter. If it's the gas, if it's the tire, if it's the transmission, if it's the fucking car falling down, it doesn't matter. The car's on the side of the road and we got to get it off the side of the road. Correct? Yes or no? Boom. Yes. Done. Car's in motion, right? Tow truck's in motion, I should say. Now that the tow truck's in motion, now all of a sudden I can get solving the problem. What's the next problem? The problem is the car's on the wrong side of the road to get the tow truck on there to get it off the road. So I got to get over there, push it over, or drag it over, whatever we need to do, solve the next problem. But you don't understand, honey. Like, I think it's just bad gas. I think it's this. I think it's that. First of all, why are you trying to diagnose something you have no fucking clue about? We all do it. Stop trying to solve a problem you don't even know it's the thing. I always love when mechanics, when my family would get something done with a mechanic. Dude, they didn't do their fucking job. They charge me too much. They don't know what they're talking about. And you do? You're the mechanic now all of a sudden because it cost you more money than you thought? Do you understand the shitty, weird psychology? Like, this is the stuff people talk about. And again, I'm not talking shit. I'm just talking reality and talking truth. I recently went to dinner with some family and their friends. These are older people in their 60s and 70s. And I'm sitting there. Now, remember, these are non-entrepreneurs. I already acknowledge that. I get that. I don't mind hanging out with my fam, by the way, on occasion. But when they have their friends there, right, they're like, hey, Mark, what's going on? Hey, Mark, whatever, which is cool. But you got to step back and listen to what they talk about at dinner. And here's what I heard. Oh, man, food is so bland. Oh, yeah, hey, what restaurant are we going to next week? Yeah, hey, you hear about Steve's kid? Yeah, he got in trouble again. Yeah, he's a troublemaker. Hey, I need some more sauce for this food. Is your fish like tasteless like mine is? Oh, hey, no, yours is not that bad. But hey, down there, is yours bad? What's that taste like? And I'm sitting here, listen, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing in this room? And I'm not being a dick, I'm being for real. Stuff like that drives me bonkers. I'm like, dude, we're not living forever. And I could give two fucks if your fish tastes good or not. I could give two fucks about Billy's kid or John's kid or whoever's kid. I don't care. I really don't care. But this is their everyday conversations. Every day, all day. And I want you to start paying attention to where you're at, who you're with, and more importantly, what the fuck you're conversating about. Because the truth is, and my wife knows it's not a secret, I'd rather stay at home and eat bonbons or eat lettuce, salad, than to be in those rooms. Why? Because it fucking frustrates me and it derails me. I don't understand how people don't talk about stuff that are progressive. Things that, like, dude, how do we change the fucking world? How do we streamline this? How do we build this? How do we grow that? How do we do more? How do we give more? See, when I'm hanging out with 10 of my buddies, first of all, we're all going to fight about the bill. Who's going to pay? That is. Not like, dude, I didn't get this Diet Coke on my bill. That's on your bill. No, dude, we're fighting who's paying the bill. Truth is, we always play a game of, we typically like, yo, man, I gotta use the restroom and dip out and pay and get the server and give her a card and say, this, you do not get a tip unless you pay with my card, and mess with them like that, right? We obviously always tip, but that's the only way to motivate them to make sure they don't take 17 other guys' cards I'm with. Even she's awesome. She's like, you do not pay for everyone's bill here. We are paying for yours. They'll pay for their own. And I just start laughing. See, again, I love hanging out and paying for the bill. I enjoy it. So it's like people are allowed to steal your thunder by saying that. And it is what it is. But I'm telling you, pay attention to your conversations. Pay attention to who you're hanging out with. Pay attention to what you're talking about. What problems are you trying to solve? I'm not trying to fucking solve a tasteless piece of fish. There's nothing there. It's literally like a pointless, people just talking to talk, talking to think they're being heard. No one's fucking hearing them because as she's talking, everyone's talking over her about how bad their stuff is or how good their stuff tastes or how cool it looks. No one cares. They just want to hear themselves talk. See, in rooms with successful people, we're talking about things that matter, things that can pivot. Not to say we don't talk about goofy stuff and funny stuff, but like the common theme of all conversations will be like, dude, like very, very candidly saying, I suck at that. I need help here. Hey, dude, what did you do to solve that problem? Hey, man, I'm having a challenge with one of my employees. What's the best solve for it? Here's the situation. We're not talking shit about them. We're trying to solve the problem. We're trying to make them better. We're trying to make us better. And this is what success looks like. Success looks like constantly getting better, constantly striving to become a better human being all around. We all have flaws. Where are you fixing them? Who are you talking to fix them? More importantly, again, I know, because this is how I grew up. When you're sitting in a room and all people are talking about is nothing, a whole lot of nothing. If anybody remotely brings up something about high school or what they did in college or about this, no one gives a fuck. Seriously, no one cares, right? Well, dude, I scored the high school winning touchdown, but you're 400 fucking pounds. What does that matter with why you can't get up? Oh, my hip. Dude, you're lazy. Get your ass up and you're lazy and stop eating two pizza pies a day and get to the fucking gym. Do light cardio. Get some weight move. Do something. See, those are real friends to me. That's what me and my friends are telling each other. You heard me earlier, like, dude, this is just a fucking excuse. Only I want to hear it. No one cares about your excuses. No one cares. And if you have real friends, they'll call you out. And it's not because you're a dick. It's because you're shooting to them straight. You're their friend. You want to help them and see them better off, don't you? It's not always easy. Actually, it's very rarely easy. You think I can't, I'm like, man, I can't wait for my friend to say something stupid so I can fuck him up and kick him in the teeth with a real reality check. Ever. It's never my intentions. And I've had to have these conversations with my parents, not via in person, because it never works out well. But I just write them a letter. Hey, Mom, thinking about you. ... Share my thoughts. What they take from it, interpret it, it's up to them. I can't control that. I can control what I send them, though. So at the end of the day, success is pushing people. Success is driving solutions. What kind of solutions are you solving? Problems are you solving? Most of you are solving Mickey Mouse problems. That's why you have Mickey Mouse bank accounts. It's true. You have the same fucking problem every single day. You're busting your ass, so you say, and you're solving this problem. Well, what if it was a problem that didn't have to be solved by you, right? You got to be a problem solver, a real problem solver. If you don't have real problems, and I mean real problems in business, you're just not doing enough business. See, in real estate or in any business, I was talking with someone, dude, like I asked, actually, I did a webinar, by the way. It was an amazing webinar about cryptocurrency. It's actually been my biggest webinar I've ever done, ever. The response rate was over 55%. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you to you guys and gals that showed up. It means a lot to me, and lives will be changed for real. But back to the solving problems, if you're not getting real problems, like losing money is a problem, right? Well, you have to learn how to solve that problem. Most of you are so afraid, you're so afraid to lose that you're not winning at any level. See, real businesses and real success is we are all in every day. I know sometimes it doesn't look like it maybe, or whatever the case is, but I promise you this, the opportunities to solve big problems are everywhere because people run from them. Put yourself in a situation where you have to solve big problems and you'll see your income skyrocket. Skyrocket. See, my goal in life is to solve financial literacy. I want to help people become stupid, filthy, rich. It's true. I think about it all day. I want to see you succeed. You getting stupid rich doesn't mean I get stupid poor. There's so much opportunity. It's like the sun. It's like, dude, I can't get a suntan because Steve over in California is getting a suntan. He's stealing all the sun. There's so much money and sun out there. It's ridiculous. It's the stinking thinking that you have about money. Now, let me just shine the light a little bit on you. This might hit home for you. You ready? Money doesn't change you. Even though you'll have friends like, dude, you've changed. Yeah, motherfucker, I've changed. I've been grinding for 20 years. Why wouldn't I change? Your biggest fucking problem is you haven't changed. Don't you get that? That's what real friends say, by the way. Back to your friend if they talk shit to you. But money doesn't change you. It simply enhances you. You can ask anybody that knows me, and I'm talking about me personally because I can only control me. The more money I make, the more I give, the more I smile, the more I want to do more. I want to help more people. I want to hire more people. I want to build bigger companies. I want to build people up. I've always wanted to do that. Most people I know genuinely want to do good in life, but they're not playing to win. They're playing not to lose. Therefore, they're never going to experience what I'm talking about. And you're so afraid you attach money to success. Again, money is a massive piece of success, but it's not the only piece. There's times I've been successful with not a lot of money in my account. It was just a timing issue, right? But very aware that I got to fucking make money. By the way, if you have the best business in the world and you have no money being made, well, you don't have the best business in the world. You're delusional, right? You got to make money. Money is simply stating, hey, this is a good product. People love it, and they're willing to give their hard-earned dollars for it. But remember, money doesn't change you. It will enhance you. You're going to have a lot of haters, typically family members, specifically out of the gate. As you get more money, they're going to cast their bullshit onto you. Mark, you've changed. Yep, I sure have. Absolutely have. Don't take it personal. They're dealing with a problem, and that's their problem, not yours. Don't make their problems your problems ever. You can address it and simply smile and say, yes, I have. And why haven't you? Dude, we're 24 days past. Of course I've changed. In 24 days, haven't we all changed? See, the thing is you're changing, you're evolving. But money doesn't change you. It just will enhance you. You like to buy people dinner? Buy everyone dinner. I like it. Every time I go to a drive-thru, this just happened actually over the weekend in Naples. My son wanted McDonald's ice cream. So, because that's what Nani gets them. So we go through the drive-thru, get him a McDonald's ice cream. It's like, what, $1, $2? I don't even know what it is. I pay for it. And I say, hey, I want to pay for the car behind me. The guy stops. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yep. See, listen, I don't care if it's $1,000 or $1 or $5 million. I'm paying it. I've already committed to paying. It's not about the dollars. It's about the gesture. Big difference. It's not about the dollars. It's about the gesture. He's like, are you sure there's 2 orders in that car? And it's like $30. I'm positive. He was flabbergasted. He couldn't even understand what was going on. It's a true story. So it's me, my wife, and my 2 kids. And then you pull up to the second station to get the ice cream, and the girl jumps out, car comes, and she's like, thank you so much. Thank you. We're like, you're welcome. That's what it's about. See, it enhances us, gives us those opportunities. You have those opportunities right now, by the way. Pay for someone's coffee at Starbucks, wherever. See, most people are telling you, stop going to Starbucks to save yourself the wealth. That ain't happening. Fuck, who's saving $100 a month and getting rich? I've never met one person. It's the wrong activity. It's the wrong problem to solve. The right problem to solve is make more money. That's how you make more money. That's how you invest. The right problem to solve, once you're making more money, is the next right problem to solve is how to invest your hard-earned money or easy money into great investments to have your money work for you. Solve that problem. You'll make more money. You'll be able to do more stuff. You'll be able to help more people. This bullshit these guys talk about, stop going to Starbucks once a day and this will happen. Stop doing this and this will happen. Dude, why do you have to stop enjoying things you enjoy doing to be successful? You don't. Truth is, you don't. And unfortunately, I bought into that bullshit a long time ago because I read a book, I think Millionaire Next Door, and they're like, dude, Starbucks, latte factor, $1.30 a day equals XXXX, blah, 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 compound. The good news is they're teaching you investing. The bad news is I'm not taking, if I can't go learn how to earn an extra $2 a day, I'm fucked anyways. I have no chance in hell to have an amazing life as I get older. Why aren't you solving the problem of how to build a company, how to be a better employee, to grow in the company and be valuable to the employer, to get more money, to get bigger raises, to get bigger bonuses, to get shares of the company, etc.? These are problems folks need to solve. And this is what success looks like to me. Constantly solving problems, by the way, solving your problems. And it's even bonus if you can solve other people's problems, right? The way to solve your problems is to solve other people's bigger problems. Maybe you're great at accounting and you're working for a job getting paid $25 an hour and you're like, dude, I need to make more money. Well, if you do that, and I can tell you right now, accounting is a huge problem for all companies that I've seen or lack of, like just get in there and own that shit. You'll make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, because you're solving a big problem for the owner or the company. You're creating solutions. You're showing them the path. You're preparing for the future. You're tax advising. You're getting with the team. You're leading a team now. You have the bookkeepers. You have the accountants. You have the tax advisors, et cetera. Now, all of a sudden, this thing really evolves. Fuck, you might even be able to make millions of dollars a year doing this shit. There are tax accountants out there that make millions of dollars a year, FYI. Is it you? I don't think many tax accountants listen to my calls, but there's opportunity everywhere. And I'll finish with that. Because in success to me is gratitude, is everything. If you can't be grateful with nothing, you will not be grateful with everything. If you can't give when you have little, you'll be a terrible giver when you have a lot. You have to understand you only have an infinite amount of time on this world. Very small, very finite, I should say, not infinite. Very finite time on this planet Earth. And I'm not sitting around talking about nothing. Truth is, like I was talking about at that dinner I was at recently, I'd rather sit at home and watch a movie and relax my brain. Because when I'm in those rooms, my anxiety is times 100, for real, times 100, because I'm not living forever. See, these people at this age, they've kind of lived in their brain. We're different. I'm not judging it. I'm just sharing the facts. I'm there to win. I'm there to take over. I'm 43, about to be 43. I have 2 amazing kids and an amazing wife. You think I give 2 fucks about what your fish tastes like? I want to solve a problem. I want to make more money. I want to give more money. I want to help change people's lives financially. And I'm talking my employees. I'm talking my teams. I'm talking everyone around me in my life. Everyone I impact, I want to touch them. I want to share with them, and I want to guide them, not touch them like that. I know who you're talking. I know some of you are over there being a pervert like I used to be. But in all seriousness, I was going to finish with finite pieces there. But the truth is, one more thing about successful people. We can be funny. We can be silly. We can be quirky. My wife, when her and I first started dating for a couple of years, like she sees me 24/7 clearly. And sometimes she'd like say comments like, wow, people pay you all this money and you're kind of quirky. You're kind of goofy. And I would think about that. I was like, well, I'm me. I'm a kid in heart. We're all growing kids, right? I like to have fun. I like to say silly shit. I like to make people laugh. I say stupid shit too that gets people pissed, but I think it's funny to me. And then I have to learn from that, right? But at the end of the day, I like to just enjoy life. I like to tell people straight the truth, even if it means kind of a weird, awkward moment. But they don't have to like you initially. They might respect you. But anyways, back to the funny stuff. Like I like to have play jokes. I like to laugh with the kids. I like to roll around on the ground. I like to make fun of my kid for picking his nose and acting like he's going to eat it. Like, it's funny to me. I like telling my son when he hits the ball like a little kid, and call him like, hit the ball, Alice. I don't give a fuck if you think that's cool or not. It doesn't matter to me. And I realized like too many people are worried about what everyone else thinks. Well, if I'm worried about what you think, how the fuck do I have time to think on what I want, on what matters to me? So being quirky. The truth is, all my buddies I roll with, we say stupid shit. We have fun conversations. We're growing and pushing and laughing and saying really dumb stuff and playing pranks and jokes on each other and sending silly gifts to each other. But at the end of the day, when shit needs to happen, we get it done. We execute with massive intention. We execute with purpose, with goals and drive. I mean, we just drive the bitch home. We don't quit. And that's what's the next show is going to be about, is not quitting. Because too many people are quitting. Quitting on yourself, quitting on your family, quitting on your dreams, quitting on your goals, quitting on your faith, quitting on your health, quitting on your finances. I mean, a lot of quitters all over the place. I get it. I've been there before myself. I didn't quit. I just diverted. And I was exchanging different things. And again, I'll talk about that more later, but now is the time. And I want you to know, I appreciate you being here. I know this is a journey. It's not always easy. Actually, it's very often not easy to grow because you're pushing. It's like going to the gym. It's not fun when all this weight, I got my hands all tore up as I'm speaking with you because we're pushing the limits a little bit, but my hands are all jacked up. All jacked up. It's not fun. I hate this, but I love looking in the mirror and seeing what I'm seeing, right? I love getting done at the end, drenched, knowing that I pushed it an extra one more rep, two more reps, whatever. So for you, I challenge you. Sit down and spend some time and understand, what does success look like for you? I want you to dream big. I want you to think about the goals that you're working on. And that's what we're doing in our house in Ohio right now. All of my houses will have dream rooms. Dream rooms. Yep. We're going to have rooms. You know, a lot of people have meditation rooms and yoga rooms and workout rooms. Well, I just had an idea. I've never seen anybody do this, by the way. But I had an idea about setting, we have a room, it's like 14 by 10. So not huge, but it's just literally a nice room, quiet room, really quaint, whatever. And it's going to be me, my wife, Drea, and my son, Mark. We're going to have little sections of the wall. It's going to be a dream board. And we're going to talk every night for 5 to 10 minutes about our dreams, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, in this room or in a room of like. And we're going to talk about it visually. If you ask my son what his first car is going to be, he says a 488 Ferrari Red Spider. My daughter, she's not talking yet, but she might be pointing. But my question, the reason I thought about this is like, who in the world are you sharing your dreams with? I want my kids, I want my wife, I want me to be able to share our dreams and goals openly, even if they scare you. More importantly, I want to teach my kids that to get this jet, I had to talk about it for 10 years. I had to plan. We live in a generation of now. I want to show them that the journey is so much more important in my experience than the destination. I learn a lot more. Not to say I don't want to get to the destination. I just love the journey. Maybe it's what keeps me going on in all these businesses I'm a part of. I love the journey. I love the fight. I love the challenges. I love the excitement. I love the thrill. The dream room. And I'll take some pictures to show you guys one day, but like it's just going to be simply 4 boards on the wall. Health, wealth, faith, family, fitness, all this fun stuff. What are you dreaming about? More importantly, who you dreaming with? Teach them now. If you're a parent, teach them now. I don't care if they're 16, 17, 25, 55. Teach them now before it's too late. Because people will stop dreaming. People's giving up. People are quitting. And I don't want you to quit. I want you to keep going. I want you to stay focused. But rest assured, you are going to be successful if you put the work in. What is success? Truth is, you might be there right now, just don't even know it. Write it down. Let's work together. Let's get the ball rolling. One more thing before I depart today. Yacht trip. Last yacht trip we did sold out in 2 hours. If you follow me here and you're on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, and you want to jump on a yacht with us for a day, there's 12 people. That's it. That's all the yacht can hold. That's all any yacht can really hold unless you own it. I don't own it. I charter it. And charter yachts only allow 12 people. That's the Coast Guard rules. It's $5,000 a ticket. It's a steal. Cost me $25,000 to rent the yacht for the day with the food and crew and all that. It's only $5,000. The people you'll meet in this room in the yacht will change your life. I've seen it. I just experienced it again. It's amazing what can happen. But if this is something you want to hop on, I'll be doing another one April 14th. And if you were listening to this after April 14th, make sure to message me and say, yo, Mark, put me on the list for the next one. Say, yacht trip, I'm in. Message me on Instagram or Facebook. Yacht trip, I'm in, and I'll get you on the list, and we'll get you rolling. Make the investment $5,000. That's what it is. No more, no less at this point. Actually, it's going up, if anything, because the value is insane. But appreciate you guys being here. If you could do me a huge favor, get over to iTunes, leave a 5-star review. Please share this on social media with your friends. Let them know, hey, this is what I'm working on. Let me be the bad guy. Let me tell them, like, hey, you're growing. They're not. Let me guide you. Let me help you. I want to make your life easier. However I can do that in any way, shape, or form. Please let me know. This is your boy, Mark Evans, DM, signing off. Have an amazing, amazing day. Make the account.
I'm Mark Evans, DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans, DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans, DM. Deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is the podcastfactory.com.